This next comedian, she was nice when the evening started. She may have gone to the dark side. May have. We'll know by the time she's done. Put your hands together for Pambo!
Hey, Santa baby, if I sit on your lap, can I get what I want for Christmas? Hi, everybody. Everybody getting ready for the holidays? All right? Who's ready? None of us, right? Okay. What do you get when you have a Catholic, a couple of Lutherans, an atheist, a pagan, a Jehovah's Witness, and 2 Jews? My dysfunctional family that never celebrated any holiday. I kid you not. The only Christian Christmas I celebrated with my holiday, with my family, was when I lived with my grandparents, my great-grandmother, and they did the traditional Christmas. And I was 5 years old, and I still remember it like it was yesterday. We had the tree. I got to meet Santa Claus. We had presents. We went around the neighborhood. Remember when you get to walk around the neighborhood and actually knew your neighbors, right? We had ham. And I remember we had sweet potatoes with the little mini marshmallows on them. You know, that's what a kid's dream meal is, right? Mm-hmm. And I had asked Santa Claus for an easy bake oven, a Barbie doll, and I wanted a ballerina outfit and tap shoes for my dance classes. So I got all those gifts. And of course my grandmother, instead of getting me a pink tutu, got me black because it was slimming, and she put me on a diet at 5 years old. Okay? So my father got remarried and moved us 1,000 miles away, so we never had another holiday with my grandparents. So I always used to work because we didn't celebrate any holidays because my father was a Jehovah's Witness. They celebrate nothing, okay? I mean nothing. But they feel a little guilty, so usually the week before or afterwards you might get a present just for whatever. And you know, it'd be sneakers, socks, underwear. Oh gee, thanks, just what a little kid wants. So I would work, I was a nurse, so I'd work at the hospital and give everybody else a break. And my big holiday meal was the fruit platter with cottage cheese and date nut bread. Still on a diet, okay? So years later, I meet my wonderful husband who's Italian. Where are my Italians here? Yeah. You guys can celebrate holidays. Holy crap, what a culture shock. I mean, you guys actually like to be together. You like to eat together. Nobody's on a diet on a holiday, right? 21 courses, holy crap. You sit down at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and you're lucky if you get done at 2 o'clock, and that's with a 20-minute goodbye. Am I right?
Right.
Right. And you have the neighbors show up, and you have the uncles and the aunts. They just happen to be in the neighborhood, but they're too lazy to do the holiday meal, right? So they make enough for an army anyway. Now, my mother-in-law was built like her father, who was Mason. Big, broad shoulders, big, strong arms. And I wanted to learn how to make all the Italian specialties. So she would take the board from underneath the bed, and she'd put it on her little kitchen table, and she'd, you know, show me her recipes. Now, nothing's written down. So I was trying to write down things, because they never write down amounts either, right? So she goes, well, you'll make a little amount of flour. Okay, how much is a mound? It's about 2 pounds, okay? So I measured that. Then she puts all the eggs in it, and she takes a little fork, and she's doing that. And then she's got this old rolling pin made out of wood with splinters, okay? And she's dragging her knuckles to the raw. And I'm like, I know what I'm gonna get you for Christmas. So I got her a marble rolling pin, just because I don't want blood in my Christmas cookies. Thank you very much, okay? Now, you know, we had 14 people around the table, and you know, there's course after course after course. You know, you have to wear elastic pants. You know, the guys would do a little fart walk outside. You know, and meanwhile the women are doing the dishes, right? So it's like an assembly line. You know, we put the kids to bed after dessert, and that was like a 20-minute process because of course they're full of sugar. You know, and then we would take them to the car at 2 o'clock in the morning wrapped in a blanket. And then the little bastards would get up at 6 o'clock in the morning the next day for Christmas because they wanted to open up their presents. So it's very exhausting. So these people speak so loud and for so long that I'm now wearing hearing aids. Permanent hearing loss because these people talk so freaking long, right? So I wrote down all the family recipes and made a cookbook so it can be passed down so other people won't figure out how to do these things. Now, they used to make these truffle cookies. You know what those are? Yeah. Those little ball things. It's got honey, it's got almonds on it and stuff like that. So called for a glass of whiskey. So how many ounces do you think that a glass of whiskey is? I figured 4, 6. My husband's good whiskey. She meant a shot glass. My Strupoli was a hit that year. I think I'm going to keep it that way. So, you know, we got our own family traditions. We open presents on Christmas Day. And now that our kids, we had a boy and a girl, and they're both married, and I have grandkids with my son. So we get to spoil the grandkids and things like that. So I remember the old days when my kids were young. You remember going to Toys R Us? Yes. And waiting in long lines for the toy of the year? Remember Cabbage Patch Dolls? Remember Atari, Nintendo, PlayStation, hours standing out in the cold? You don't have to do that anymore. Now you can go on Amazon. But even that, things sell out, right? We thought we were good at, you know, at Good Friday, ordering all this stuff. Nah, your stuff is still out already. Now, I love my daughter-in-law. She's half Italian, and she's also half German and English, so she's not like the rest of us. But she's used to, you know, big family productions and stuff like that. And she's taken over the holiday. Oh, thank you, God. Because, you know, my mother-in-law gave it up at 65. And I was just like, I want to be retired from doing Christmas too. And she took it over. So thank God for Kelly. But she's a little bougie. Everything she likes is very expensive. And everybody's like, please, I don't want to have to buy for Kelly this year. You know, she wanted this pair of earrings, designer earrings, and she wanted it in this certain color. I think it was orange, some weird color. And it was sold out in New Jersey. So she didn't ask for much. All she wanted was these friggin' earrings. We finally found them in Brooklyn, New York. So did we go to Brooklyn, New York and get them? Well, my husband is great with them on the phone, and he managed to get it shipped to us. So now she's on to crystal glasses that cost $75 a piece. But her family keeps multiplying like rabbits, so now she needs a set of 38. She had a shoe fund. She fell in love with these $750 pair of shoes, okay? So, like 3 years, giving her gifts and stuff like that, so she accumulated cash and finally got these gorgeous pair of $750 shoes. Right, so she decided to go and celebrate the holidays with her friends. So they took a taxi, you know, going into New York, so she put them in a bag because she didn't want to walk in the rain with these beautiful shoes. And she forgot the shoes in the taxi. One day, gone, bye-bye, goodbye shoes, right? So, yeah, I don't think she was going to be asking for $750 shoes anymore. But anyway, so I'm very lucky that my husband is OCD, and he likes to wrap the presents. I hate doing that. And he's also very good with handwriting, because I suck at that too. So I can't complain as a woman that my husband doesn't help me, because he does help me, thank God. But I do like to shop, so he gives me that job. But now everything's on Amazon, so you don't have to go through all the stores with, you know, screaming toddlers and stuff like that. So things have gotten a little bit easier, but now we have no money. So now we're thinking, well, you know, everybody gets one gift, the adults, and we'll just spoil the grandkids. Now the grandkids, of course, are spoiled. You want a motorized car? Sure. $140 Lego set? No problem. When does it stop? Really, the cost of things is unbelievable, right? Now we used to give my in-laws, you know, nice gifts. You know, things that we thought they would need and use. My father-in-law would wear the same pair of pants and flannel shirt every single freaking day. So, and my mother-in-law wanted nightgowns. So one year she got 12 nightgowns from all of us, and he gets a whole new wardrobe. And when they passed on, we, you know, went through the house, they had saved every single present that we have ever given them. Completely unused. You guys have relatives like that? Yeah. Really? Oh, it's terrible. But my mother-in-law was really good because she knew exactly what other people gave you. So if you wanted to know what so-and-so gave you in your wedding 46 years ago, she's got it on a ledger. So you don't send a Christmas card to us, you're off the list next year. So anyway, enjoy your holidays, everybody, and enjoy the time they have together.
info, everybody. Check your list. Make your list. Your